Hello again everyone, and welcome back to Learn Linux TV. In this video, what I'm going to do is give you an overview as well as my opinions of the Zen Browser. It's a Firefox-based browser, but what it does is it takes Firefox and it adds some really cool and useful features on top of it to give you a more modern browsing experience. For example, Zen adds Workspaces, which let you create completely separate browsing environments. You could have one for work, another for your home lab, maybe one for personal browsing, where each workspace has its own set of tabs, and switching between them keeps everything isolated and organized. Zen also gives you vertical tabs as well, and it even has a split view feature for showing multiple web pages at the same time. And there's also a link preview feature that lets you peek at a page before fully navigating to it, so there's definitely a lot to love when it comes to Zen. Now the thing is, if you're a Linux user like I am, then you probably have Firefox installed because it's pre-installed when it comes to most Linux distros nowadays.
Fight.
So when it comes to Zen Browser, what is it that might make you want to switch away from Firefox? Well, I've been using it as my daily driver for a while now, and I'm going to give you my thoughts on exactly that. I'll let you know what's great about the Zen Browser, and I'll even point out some things that it could probably do better. I'll give you all of my thoughts and opinions on Zen Browser in this video, and I'll answer the question, should you switch to it? Now, before we dive in though, I just wanted to mention that I love creating Linux-related content for you guys, but even though it's fun, it is a lot of work. And the thing is, you guys keep me going. Sure, the YouTube ad revenue is nice, but it's not all that great. But you guys, well, you're the true supporters of Learn Linux TV, and it's you guys that keep me going. So if you want to support what I'm doing, there's multiple ways that you could do that. You could become a patron or channel member, which gives you access to ad-free content. And I also have reference materials such as ebooks, guides, cheat sheets, all kinds of different things. So if you check out those things, you're supporting Linux learning, and I really appreciate it. And you know what? With all that out of the way, it's time to check out Zen Browser, so let's do that right now. And here it is in action. What you're seeing right here is the Learn Linux TV website opened in Zen. It's a relatively new browser, but it's been moving fast and it already has a lot to offer. But before I show you everything though, I want to address the obvious question. Why not just use Firefox? It's already installed on pretty much every major Linux distro, so what's the problem? Well, honestly, Firefox has really fallen behind over the years, and I don't think that's a controversial take at this point. What's good about Firefox is that it's fully open source, it's secure, and the performance is fine, but in terms of features, it's been basically getting destroyed by the competition for years now. And the timeline for Firefox speaks for itself. For example, Chrome shipped tab groups back in 2020, and Firefox got them in 2025, which means that there was a full 5-year gap. Split View has been in Microsoft Edge for years, but Firefox just got that feature earlier this year. And when it comes to Workspaces, which is my absolute favorite browsing feature available today, that still isn't in Firefox. Well, at least not natively. You'd need extensions and manual workarounds in order to approximate that when other browsers have it built in. The thing is, Firefox just moves slowly, and by the time it catches up to where other browsers were years ago, those browsers have already moved on to something else. And for a project with Mozilla's resources and history, that's a pretty bad track record. And that's before getting into Mozilla's management decisions, which have generated their own share of controversy and given people additional reasons to look elsewhere. Now, I won't go down that rabbit hole in this video, but it has contributed to my own loss of confidence in Mozilla's direction. So, I don't like Firefox all that much, but what have I been using instead? Well, for a while, I've been using Vivaldi. It has the feature set I was looking for, including Workspaces and vertical tabs. But I kept running into a very frustrating issue where I'd lose my entire browsing session occasionally, and that's not even the worst thing. When it comes to Vivaldi, it's not fully open sourced, and in my opinion, there's just no excuse for that. The developers for Vivaldi have given all kinds of ridiculous reasons why they haven't open sourced it, and the fact that they haven't doesn't really make sense because many browsers, their competition, are open source, and they're doing it just fine, so there's just no excuse for Vivaldi to not be fully open sourced. But even despite the developer's negligence when it comes to Vivaldi, I used it anyway because, well, it had the features that I needed and it came the closest. I decided that I was going to use it for now until something better comes along. And that's what eventually led me to finally give Zen a proper look. And I'm glad I did. Zen is essentially what Firefox should have already become on its own. It takes Firefox as the base, and it keeps everything that's good about it, such as privacy, extension support, and the Gecko engine, and then on top of that, it adds a modern user interface with features that Firefox themselves have been slow to deliver. In fact, the Zen project was literally created to address Firefox's shortcomings, so that framing isn't just my opinion, it's literally why Zen exists. And also, Zen is really easy to get a hold of. Installing it is super simple. All you have to do is go over to the Zen website, which is shown on the screen right now, and the download page will detect your operating system and offer you the appropriate download. Zen is available for Linux, Windows, and macOS, so chances are it's available for whatever platform you're using. When it comes to Linux specifically, you have two options, AppImage or Flatpak. I've been using the Flatpak version, which is what I use for pretty much all of my GUI apps these days. Now, if you're not familiar with Flatpak, what I'll do is add a card right about here that'll give you more information about it. But either way, if you go with the AppImage or the Flatpak version, both options are self-contained. There's no adding repositories or anything like that, so it's quick and painless to install regardless of the distro that you're on. But is Zen actually any good? Well, yes, genuinely, it's awesome. And what I'm going to do right now is walk you through what I think makes it worth your attention. And the first thing worth highlighting is the engine under the hood. The majority of browsers nowadays are Chromium-based, browsers such as Edge, Brave, Opera, Vivaldi, and a number of others. And while Chromium itself isn't really bad, having one engine dominate the entire browser landscape is unhealthy for the web. The thing is, standards get shaped by whoever controls the dominant engine, and right now, well, that's Google. Zen bucks that trend by building on Firefox's Gecko engine, which means it's contributing to actual browser diversity rather than just being another Chromium skin. And that also matters in a practical sense. When Google rolled out Manifest version 3 for Chrome extensions, one of the casualties was ad blocking. The new extension framework significantly limits what ad blockers like uBlock Origin are actually able to do, and since Zen is Firefox-based, it's completely unaffected by that. So, for example, uBlock Origin will work exactly as it always has, with no restrictions. And for anyone who takes ad blocking seriously, and I'd guess that's pretty much the majority of you guys watching this video, that's a meaningful difference. In fact, in today's day and age, it can be quite painful to browse the internet without an ad blocker. And speaking of ads, at this point in our video, you've probably seen a few from YouTube interrupted. But if you were a channel member or patron of Learn Linux TV, then you would have seen the ad-free version of this video, so feel free to support my content if you want to see fewer ads here as well. But anyway, what I want to do right now is talk about my favorite browsing feature, Workspaces. In my opinion, it's a game changer when it comes to organizing your tabs. And honestly, the fact that Firefox still doesn't support Workspaces natively is absolutely embarrassing at this point, especially given that most other browsers do support it. But the concept when it comes to Workspaces is quite simple. Instead of one endless pile of tabs, you organize your browsing into separate workspaces by project or context. For example, I have a workspace for Learn Linux TV with all the tabs that I use to manage this channel. I have one for system administration with my infrastructure dashboards and documentation, one for general browsing, and so on. And when you switch between workspaces, only the tabs for that workspace are visible at any given time. Everything else is out of the way until you need it. And when you start using workspaces effectively, it's quite hard to go back to managing everything in a single tab bar. In fact, what I'm going to do right now is show you how Workspaces work in Zen Browser. Right here we have my fresh installation of Zen Browser, and I mentioned earlier that we have tabs on the side. You can see them right here. So I have the Learn Linux TV website open in this tab. And then right here, I have another tab open. So I have three tabs open. One of them is the settings screen. I'll go ahead and close that one. But I only have one workspace, at least by default. And when it comes to creating a workspace, down here we have a plus icon, so all we have to do is click on it. We'll create a space. We'll give it a name. I'll just call it My Project. We can also add an icon to help differentiate it. I'll just randomly choose this icon right here, but it doesn't matter which one you choose. And then once you've made your selection, you click Create Space. And we can see the workspace that I've created right here. And for further effect, what I'll do is create another one. Maybe I'll create one for Reddit. I think that's going to be useful. And for the icon, I'll give it a little speech balloon since it is related to discussion. And now we have a Reddit workspace. And then what I'll do is open a new tab, go to Reddit, and here we have Reddit. Now notice that when I switch between these workspaces, you'll see that all the tabs went away, and the only tabs that I actually see are what's related to the workspace. So maybe in this tab, I want to check out DistroWatch or some other website. Doesn't really matter. Here we have DistroWatch. I can go back to my Reddit workspace, back to my project, and then I can go back to the original workspace. And this is the one that Zen created for me. By default, you only have one. And this is the same workspace that I opened my official website in. But workspaces are very useful. It makes it very easy to organize your browsing. Now there's also another trick. What we could do is right-click anywhere in the tab panel. I'll click New Folder. Maybe I'll call it DistroWatch. And what we could do is actually drag a website into a folder. So now as you can see, I could collapse or expand the folder. And that's separate from the normal tabs that I have open down here at the bottom. I could also navigate to the Linux Foundation website. You get the idea. And by the way, if you want to get 30% off Linux Foundation certifications, then you can visit the link in the description down below to save some money. So if you're already planning on investing in yourself and getting certified, you can get 30% off, which also helps support the channel. Just thought I'd point that out. But anyway, as you just saw, the Workspaces or Spaces feature of Zen Browser, that's a very useful thing. And another feature that I want to show off is Split View. All you have to do to activate it is right-click one of your tabs. We'll add a split view. And what we'll do is go to another web page. I think in my case, I'll randomly go to the official community forums for Learn Linux TV. That's at community.learnlinux.tv in case you didn't already know. And now, as you can see, I have two web pages here side by side, which is very cool. I also mentioned the glance feature earlier. So what I want to do, for example, is just randomly choose one of these links right here. Open link in glance. And that'll show me what's at the other end of that link without actually browsing to it. So I can simply read whatever I'm going to read and then close it when I'm done. So if you wanted to read something without actually opening it as a tab, it's a very useful feature. But anyway, those are some of my favorite features when it comes to Zen Browser. I definitely recommend that you check it out, and you might even find a favorite feature of your own. But what's my overall verdict? Well, I like Zen Browser enough that it's actually become my default browser on all of my machines. And that says a lot coming from someone who's been pretty critical of the browser landscape lately. It doesn't have quite as many features as Vivaldi does, but it covers the majority of what I actually need day to day. Now also, it's worth noting that Zen is technically still in beta. But for a beta stage browser, it's been remarkably solid in my experience, but it is something to keep in mind. And for those of you that are coming from Firefox, I think the most immediately obvious difference is going to be the user interface. Zen has a completely custom UI that's more modern and more thoughtfully laid out. It's basically what Firefox would be if Mozilla actually started paying more attention to it. The feature gap in Firefox has been a legitimate problem for years, and the thing is, Zen went ahead and fixed that themselves. That's what the project was built to do, and in my opinion, they've absolutely delivered. I'm definitely excited to see what the Zen project has in store for us next. And there you go. In this video, we checked out Zen Browser, which is awesome. And sure, it's not perfect. There's still some things that the project aims to accomplish. You can check out their roadmap for more information on that. But what they've already provided us is just a great experience. And again, it's basically Firefox as it should be by now, but they took it upon themselves to add a modern UI and some really cool features on top of Firefox, and I really appreciate that, and I recommend that you check it out as well. But with all that said, let me know your thoughts and opinions about Zen Browser down below in the comments, and also subscribe to Learn Linux TV if you haven't already done so. And thank you so much for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one.